Welcome back to another edition of YouTube's Battle Turtle. Sorry, I had to be a little dramatic there. Today I'm doing actually a short video about people who often have questions about using a shotgun and Airsoft as a primary weapon. And I'm here to tell you, yes, it is possible to do. Now here I'm highlighting the two guns I have so far spoken about in videos, the S&T 870 and the Double Eagle Tri-Shot. These are two shotguns. I'm actually going to highlight some more in the future, but I figure I'll do this now to get this video, do an explanation about shotguns as primaries, the pros, the cons, and explain that yes, it can be done as long as you're willing to put the effort in to do it. First we'll cover the pros of why a shotgun and a primary is a good thing. For those who might be on a budget or those who are more of an occasional casual player, shotguns are a great option. They're inexpensive, they're easy to find, and they're not just inexpensive to buy. They use fewer BBs than AEGs or gas operated guns will use, which also comes into an expense factor because they are cheaper to operate over the long run than an AEG is. They also tend to be very durable. Now, despite the fact you might have seen in the last video I did with the Tri-Shot showing where it actually is breaking right here with a pistol grip and the stock meet the receiver, they are generally far more durable than AEGs of the same price range. As I tried to explain to other people that yes, I can get an AEG for about $100, $120, which is about what I spent on the S&T with all the stuff I got for it. But I know that when I spent $120 on the S&T shotgun, I'm getting a good gun that I can use for a long time. That's also easily upgradable, easy to fix. It'll last longer. It'll be take a lot of abuse. Where for the same money for an AEG, I'll get an okay gun that needs generally a lot of stuff that has to be added on and upgraded to make it a good gun, and will likely break within the near future. It probably won't last me near as long as this thing will last me. They're also very reliable. As I mentioned just in the last one, they tend to last longer. They jam up less often. They have fewer mechanical issues, and this goes to an overall idea of guns in general. Good rule when it comes to buying airsoft guns or real guns: the fewer moving parts, the more likely it is to last. So basically, the more moving parts, the more likely something is going to break. Because the more parts you have that are able to break, the more parts that will break, and the more likely you're going to have to maintain, fix, and repair it. So that goes with guns in general. A gun that has fewer moving parts will usually last longer, and when they do break, they're easier to fix and far less expensive to fix as well. So that goes just in a general statement of guns overall. And that stands for shotguns. They have fewer parts, they're easier to maintain, they're easier to fix, and they're less expensive to maintain as well. The other advantage is, especially for new players or people who like a challenge, it will make you a better player. See, too many AEG players, they buy their AEG, they buy very expensive guns, they run around and they just blow through BBs like there's no tomorrow. They just lay fire down. They often don't even pay attention where they're shooting. They see movement, they go ba 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 ba, and a dozen rounds go in your direction, and likely not even a single one will hit. Shotgun, you actually have to make an effort to pick your targets, to take cover, to run from place to place. You have to plan your attacks, plan your moves. It makes you a more effective player overall. Instead of just slinging BBs randomly at moving targets, you actually have to make an effort to take specific targets out. So it will, even if you plan on going down and getting an AEG or a gas gun down the road, shotgun's a good primer to teach you to be a better player, a better stalker, a better shot. Because again, I'm coming from a hunting background as well as live shooting background with guns, and hunting wise, I'm what you consider to be a good hunter in that every shot counts. I don't like taking wounding shots. I don't like taking non-kill shots. Every single shot counts, and that goes to the airsoft shotguns, where if you have an airsoft shotgun, yes, every single shot you take counts if it's a hit or miss, and sometimes you only have one chance, so you want to take the best shot possible. You generally can get a quick follow-up shot if you miss to try to get a second chance, but often it's the first impressions make the difference, and that goes with shotguns, where when you make your first impression, you want it to hit the first time. And it helps you train to be a better shot instead of just being a spray and pray shooter like all too many AEG shooters are on the field. It also makes it games a little more exciting. You get closer range combat. You get up close. You get to really move around. You get to stalk. You get to hunt. You really challenge yourself, unlike just sitting there and just spraying BBs all across the field, crossing your fingers and hoping that at least one will hit something. So those are the pros, and yes, it is very possible, and it is a lot of fun, and it's enjoyable. Of course, the cons are the range. Most of them, they're fairly short range. Like this Tri-Shard here, you have a range of realistically 30, 35 yards. You might be able to push it to 40, but that really is pushing it a little too far. You'd be lucky to get it that far. The S&T 870 or the other type of single shot shotguns that have a stronger spring, they're well made, you can easily get about 50 yards, maybe even further with one of them. So your range for that will be more closer to an AEG. This one much closer range. So that could be the con sometimes, that your range isn't as far as an AEG or a gas gun. But then it makes it more exciting, so you have to get up closer. You actually have to pick your targets. You have to get near your enemy instead of just mindlessly shooting them, which again will make you a better player. And the other con is the rate of fire. Of course, with AEGs or gas guns, you pull a trigger and you go ba 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 ba, and you can unload a crap ton of BBs in a very short period at your target. This one, it's one pull the trigger, will shoot it one time, and again, you better hope that time counts, because if it doesn't, then you have a chance of making yourself a target. So that's the other con when it comes to using shotguns, but that's really about it. Now, when it comes to using shotgun, a bit of a tactical advice for you, I'd say when you find a good spot, especially if you're in a CQB field, you take your hit, you hit your opponent, and you don't sit there. You move to another location as soon as possible, because when they come back from their respawn or their buddies see you sitting there, you'll be the next target that they go after, and when your rate of fire is much lower, you're good chance you might be taken out. So you got to move around a lot, pick good spots, take your hits, move to another location. Don't just sit there like a sniper. Though some of these 870 shotguns, the pump ones, you can use as sniper guns. They're accurate, they have good range, good feet per second. Even if you add a new spring, you can even get better on it. But really, you got to keep moving, keep going, and it's very effective. I've had no problem taking out entire teams on other sides, CQB fields with shotguns, just running around hitting them, because it's just constant movement, constant going, and it's a lot of fun. So it's also a lot of fun too when everybody downplays shotguns as a primary and being worthless. Oh, just stupid spring guns. And you're running around and you take out these guys with these super expensive gas guns or AEGs, and it's kind of like a feeling of extreme self-gratification. It's like, yeah, you put all this money into this gun, and I just took you out with this cheapo spring shot shotgun that you guys always insult, which is kind of one of those things, like makes you feel almost good, because like, yes, I did it. So it's more of a funny thing. It also proves one other major aspect when it comes to Airsoft, that the guns don't make the player makes the player. You can buy all this expensive gear, and if you're not good at using it, then what's the point of having it? So definitely I recommend, if you're getting started and you're on a budget, or you want to have a good, cool experience, you want to try something different, running a shotgun as a primary is quite enjoyable. It's a lot of fun, and you'll have a heck of a time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.